What's going on? Welcome back to another Boom Beach video. I'm going to be doing Smokey Rainmakers today. This is going to be a tough challenge to get to work, but yeah, I went ahead, opened a few trader crates because we needed more gold. I think we're going to be losing a lot of Rainmakers today. The ideal base we want is something like this. We don't want to have the HQ have any shield generators, and we also don't want to be flaring them as far back as you can. We have to budget our energy because we're going to need shock bombs. I know Rainmakers, they're broken, but the point is to get range. You're supposed to create separation between the defenses, and smoking Rainmakers like this is completely against the purpose of them. But that doesn't stop us from trying. Let's go ahead and hop into this first base here. So we're going to go ahead, get a box of critters down, clear that boom mine there, and then also right here we're going to throw a barrage in the middle, hopefully get 2 shock mines and a boom mine. That was borderline perfect. And now we have to face our fears and deploy our troops. So we're going to get our smokes down there on the beach. We're going to really have to budget ourselves here today. So we're going to go for our hero. We, of course, have Private Bullet. I'm going with the taunt because I think we're going to need as much cheap distractions as we can. And that is taunt. And it looks like our Rainmakers. So the thing I didn't consider, once we flare them onto the HQ, I think the Rainmakers are going to fan out a lot. So we're going to have to save the flare for late. There we go, flared onto the HQ. Boom, down goes a couple shock bombs, and down goes the first base. Maybe I'm underestimating my Rainmakers, but that was crazy. Just a quick reminder to get our creator code Cosmic plugged in. Mega Crab's coming up, and that's when people buy their diamonds and boosters. Best way to help us out, thank you. We didn't lose a single Rainmaker last attack. That was crazy. I really think I am underestimating this, but I will be humbled probably very quickly here. This one's going to be a tough one. We're going to have to use more energy. We're going to try and get them somewhat above the HQ. They're probably, I want to say, like in between these two buildings right here, but it's going to end up being right by the boom cannon, and that's fine, but we're going to have to make sure to somehow distract and shock underneath the sky shield there. But I think we got a good chance against it. It is a lower level, so maybe the HQ has a little bit less health. I see there are ice statues, so this will be an interesting test. Let's go ahead, get our bullet down. We're going to let him distract some defenses, and now we are just going to let our Rainmakers go. They are going to start firing here in a second, and we're going to go get our flare as soon as they're all over there. Is that part of the Smokey strat? We're building up some energy beforehand. Maybe that's the way I'm going to have to do it if I get a more difficult base, where I'm going to need the energy. All we have to do, take out a couple buildings on the beach there, build up that energy reserve, and then start to smoke them. It might be a bit cheap, but I'm going to say it's okay. And look at this, me neglecting a CMO. That is not like me. I hate CMOs, so we're going to have to get an early shock bomb out. That is tough. Let's get a flare on the HQ, and it is looking rough right now. Are the Rainmakers going to be able to get it? Oh man, we are losing it. I think we should be fine to get it. One more hit by the Rainmakers. Will it take it out? No, it will not. Okay, barrages. Come on, barrages. Rainmakers, one more. This was a rough attack, but we're able to take out our second base. We are 2 for 2 on these Smokey Rainmaker attacks. They continue to surprise me. That was getting ugly there for a second, but fortunately it wasn't the highest level base that we could have attacked, so we still skirted with the victory there and still sitting at a good amount of gold. Let's find our next victim for the Smokey Rainmakers, and this looks like an easier base. Let's go. We are getting, I don't want to say lucky, but we've been good with the selections today on the bases. We have to attack, so I will take that. And now I think what I can do, I can just have Bullet absorb that shock mine, so I'm not going to be bothered by it right next to that boom cannon there. And then that's exactly where we're going to try and put our troops. So go ahead, troops, let's get Bullet out. Let's get some separation, and there we go. Let's get our Rainmakers out. We'll let them kind of collect themselves just for a second, because we know Rainmakers, they aren't the fastest troop there. Now the question is, will Bullet be unshocked by the time? Yes, he will. So he will get that lead. Another question, oh shoot, he's gonna miss that shock mine. No, he didn't. Somehow he triggered that shock mine, and now Bullet is like waiting up with the shock mine. He's like not far behind the rainmaker, so that worked out perfectly. I'm using shock mines to my advantage here. Who would have thought? There we go. Let's start spamming our energy. Make sure the shock launchers get shocked, and we should be good. Another one shot on the HQ. 3 for 3. I am borderline shocked that this is working so well, but like I said, the bases, they're pretty favorable to me as well. Will I be able to get away with this? I'm gonna try this base, and I'm gonna flare them onto the hot pot, collect them there, and see what happens. Why not? Let's go ahead. I have been pretty fortunate with the attacks today. I didn't think it would go this well, but we just got to make sure that our troops here don't get seen by the hot pot. So we're going to get them down. We're going to use that smoke bullet standing perfectly where we need him to be. We'll let the rainmakers collect themselves. There we go. We got to flare onto the hot pot, but the rainmakers aren't moving. Hot pot wasn't triggered. Aren't you supposed to run onto it? Alright, we're going to restart this attack, because I thought the rainmakers would do what Bullet did, but apparently they just stood there with their pants down looking to attack the hot pot. That wasn't even popped up. Is that a glitch or something? Because I know with regular troops, I guess proto troops don't get that memo. You learn something new. There goes our theory. Anyway, we're going to be throwing them around the same spot. A second time is much easier now that we know we cannot do what we were planning to do. We'll just get all our troops down, and we'll get them flared here in a second. That's okay if that hot pot pops up just a little bit. It'll go back down in a second, because there's no way those rainmakers are peeking right there, funneled perfectly. You love to see it. And now we just sit here and wait. And wait. Get a box of critters down. We'll throw a flare. We'll get a taunt, and we'll get a couple shocks out. And that hot pot, nice job. Bullet was able to taunt it, even though the flame somehow went through the rainmakers to get to Bullet without touching the rainmakers. That is some Boom Beach physics for you, but that's why I love taunt. Let's hop into one more attack for today, and we are just like rolling with this base. A ton of ice statues. Our true test is finally here. Alright, let's just go for it. So we're gonna, I think we'll just get an artillery right here. We're gonna get them like centered. We're gonna get our troops placed centered and then try and walk them along these buildings. It could turn out horribly, but I'm willing to risk it because we have been doing a great job this video somehow beating these bases. So there we go. Get our troops out there, and I probably should not have smoked Private Bullet right away, because now that boom cannon might hit a rainmaker, maybe not. Maybe we're fortunate, and now we're gonna get our final placement set right there, and we'll keep the rainmakers as far away as actually. I'm debated, but when they oh, that is tough. We're gonna re-smoke them right here because a shock mine just went off. I did not see it behind the sniper tower, so now we're just gonna sit and wait here a couple more seconds, and we shall see how this goes. We'll go get a box of critters on the HQ, get a flare and a shock. I probably should have taunted beforehand, but now it is too late. Let's go, Rainmakers. One more hit, and one more hit. One more hit. We're there we go. The final hits. They were taking so long. I thought for a second that Boom Beach froze or something, but that's just Rainmakers being Rainmakers. They take a while to reload, and that's okay, because you saw that damage we just did to every single HQ today. Smokey Rainmakers apparently are unstoppable when you have the bases I selected today. But that's going to be it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in tomorrow's Boom Beach video. Bye-bye.